Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we're going to review Stratos. Now, if you are new to my channel, this is how it works. I do research into a model. The model has an output. Over time, the result is compared to, the output is compared to reality, which is the result, and I reflect and modify the model. This is the model, and today we're reviewing Stratos. So what is Stratos? Stratos is a distributed data mesh. It is connecting data. It is attempting to connect data owners, producers, and consumers as a data architecture for storage, database, and computation. So much like just a general trust computer, a layer one computer. If you're aware of what L1s are, they are just distributed trust computers. These trust computers can be used for a broad set of applications, but this one does mention that it is a distributed data mesh. Data management. But that, saying computation means it's like a computer. Okay, so let's get into what I expect given the model. So future increase in demand for token, I took a neutral stance on that. Price FOMO, neutral stance. For the social media aspect, I put a green stance because it is under the radar type project. So whether or not you think it'll get traction there is up to you. Now, major upcoming events, the roadmap looks good. The reason why, we are sitting here, this is 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and about Q3, Q4, Q1. Within that window is a hype window because that is when mainnet will go live, and it's possible that it could get hype before that. So mainnet should go live either in Q3, Q4 of this year, or Q1 of next year. And then there's going to be governance and applications in the future after that. But for now, its governance is not live, and this thing is not live. This Stratos is not live. Okay, so but it does have mainnet in the future, and that could be bullish for price activity. Now, inflation I put as negative because there's 27 diluted, and there will be tokens unlocked in the future, so it will feel like inflation. However, I did put green for token supply distribution because it should have price action to PDEs, which is, but this is once it's live. Right now, these things are negative or neutral. But it gives that dividend irrelevancy. Proof of stake collateral allows for an ROI based on service rates, based on collateral use. So that is an ROI right there. And that means that owning the token is like owning the platform or having ownership of this entity because it is proof of stake. And in my opinion, proof of stake is better than proof of work. There's many different opinions on that. But because it is proof of stake, I put these things as being positive. And so, but right now these things are not effective because this thing is not live right now. Okay, so ICO performance, it is 2x its ICO roughly. So that is good. It's not one of these 100xers, with the ICOs sitting at 100x ready to dump on retail or the average person when they buy in. Recent price action has been neutral. It is relatively sideways since July of 21. Whereas the crypto market is up 40% roughly from the same time period. So it is not under any type of price action hype. So it is always the goal to get in before there is this crazy hype. And once again, when this video is being produced, this video is being produced during a bear market. So it is actually relative. A lot of these projects are going to start looking green in my reviews because there's no hype right now in crypto. In fact, it's the opposite of hype. It is fear. And so that's when you would really, this is going to always be green while we're in a bear market, as long as, projects are not overly hyped. It is a low market cap, circulating 19 million, but diluted is 80 million. But once again, this thing is not live, so keep that in mind. Now, regarding serving a niche, once again, it is not live, so we can't say that it's servicing any niche right there. Until it goes live and has mainnet live. It doesn't have any governance live right now, so that means that it is centralized in how it's being run right now. The foundation, decentralized cloud of blockchain industry. So that is their vision. Their vision is to be the foundation of decentralized clouds, etc. Now, extremely important, the CEO and team are high quality. So, once again, this is centralized right now. So you're trusting the team, and you want to, the team is what you want to look into. I put the team as being neutral, no major startups, they do have a software background, which is good, but they don't have any major home runs. They don't have $1 billion startup. They don't have any major inventions, and they don't have 1 million subscribers to any of their applications that they've made in the past. So that's why I put them as neutral. But they do have a plus is that there's a lot of software background. And I don't see any evidence that they're not trustworthy. They seem trustworthy to me. These are the founders: Bin Zhu, founder, Jin Zhao, the chief technical officer, and he works in systems integration. And this is founded in Montreal, Quebec, or a lot of the founders are from Montreal, Quebec. No strategic partners or backers yet. No major onboards. I didn't see anything like that. Regarding the business model that demands token to reflect their needs, I put that as neutral. What this is the component that demands that businesses own their token, and I didn't see any large token economics for that. So let's get into what the token model is, the token economics. It is staked for validators, proof of stake, validator collateral. So you put up some collateral, which is this token, and that allows you to service the network. If you don't service the network in the right way, your collateral can get removed. That's why a lot of these systems are proof of stake. Tendermint consensus, that is basically the common Atom-derived consensus model that came from that ecosystem. And it pays service providers through its proof of traffic reward consensus. So basically, you service the network, you get paid out in the token. I don't particularly like the token model yet until it has its governance up, or that there's more mechanisms that cause the token to be used or burned or something, like some rewarding the community more. I like things that are built around their token. One emphasis that I did get from this project is that it's not built around the token. I like projects where the founders know that people who want to be involved in the system want to go along for the journey. And to me, it seems like they don't even talk about the token that much. And, it's just something I particularly don't like. I like it when they build around their token. Like they build the community around the token. They enrich the community. That's important to me. The value of the target market is extremely large, 400 trillion. Because I believe personally, this is a bias of me, which reflects this model, is that I believe that all the world's assets will eventually be supported by these trust computer networks, and all the equities of the world will move off of a banking network and will move on to crypto-based networks. So to me, it's the FAT protocol thesis. I believe that we're going to see the industry of layer ones is going to be large. There's a huge market opportunity. That being said, I don't like the token model of this, but it is extremely small, and so it is high risk, high reward, could potentially be a big ROI if it lands some major wins. So all of these other elements right here, I'm just going to put as green, and that is basically how they, because they are the Cosmos ecosystem, the Tendermint ecosystem, they're not going to have a problem onboarding developers because there's already a decent amount of developers there, and this could self-fund through its proof of stake mechanism. But it does need governance to make these things better organized. But they do have a centralized team that makes decisions on how well so all of this thing that I just green is developer ecosystem, and how did they get paid? How do they are involved in the system? Are the tools available for the developers? I'm putting just generally green for now because it is a commonly used protocol, being Tendermint. But that being said, it does need to have activate governance. It does need to make that token activate in the future. Now, all the mode exclusivity, I don't see any of that because it's not an original concept. It could be very copy-paste type feeling to this project because it is that Tendermint layer one, which is very common, and a lot of people have done that. So it feels very copy-pasty to me. All right, that is the models output. For patrons, I give exclusive content based on what I personally think. And so like the summary, it is not a low market cap with an accomplished CEO. It is early to social media, that is yes, and live niche, I put no. So it's got, of these major things, it only has one of those major check marks. Pros and cons. Mainnet might get hype as a pro. No hype right now, which is a pro. It is a low market cap, and it's low on social media awareness, so it could be under the radar. Cons, it's not an original concept, it is not a first mover, and it is not unique. This kind of thing I've seen a lot of. And there's no amazing achievements of the team. So those are the cons. I think that's it. Okay, so next I'll produce my Patreon exclusive video. And if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And I look forward to bringing the most unbiased processing through this model that I can. All right, later.